I just want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because what you are doing here tonight, making the phone calls, going door to door, talking to your friends and neighbors, that is what's going to be the difference in this election, and there is so much at stake in this election for our great country. As you know, that we can't continue on the path that we are on. And we've got to get our fiscal house in order, and the guy I'm running against, he's a big spending liberal, so we got to make sure that we beat him. So with your help, next Tuesday, we are going to have a clean sweep in this state.
All right.
It is my great honor today to introduce Mayor Giuliani. We all watched with horror what happened to us on September 11th. And my husband served in the Iraq War right after 9/11. And we saw the worst of humanity of that day when the terrorists attacked our great country. But we also saw the best of humanity when we saw the firefighters and the law enforcement officers and our military men and women and Americans who came together, and we knew that day what the greatness of America was because we came together. And there's one person who really showed us what it means to be an American and how to lead, and that is the great mayor.
Well, it's great to be here with the people who win elections. You're the people who win elections, right, Kelly?
Absolutely.
These are the people who make it possible for Kelly and everyone else to serve because you work so hard in getting out the vote. And that's the critical thing that has to be done now. This is a very important election. It's really important that we elect Kelly, that we elect Charlie Bass, that we elect Frank Ginter in Washington, that you elect John Stephen. I mean, we got to straighten out a country that is moving in the wrong direction. So this election is not about the Republican Party, it's about the United States of America. And it's about the direction of our country. And you're going to make it possible for us to turn this country around and to reduce this out-of-control spending and this tremendous debt that's being created for us, and to get taxes down to levels in which we can see jobs grow again. And you know, it's one election at a time. This one in New Hampshire is really, really important. I'm so glad you have such a great candidate. But you can't do it without you. You know, whether you're ahead in the polls or behind in the polls, it doesn't make any difference. You got to get the voters out. They've got to vote. We've got a lot of enthusiasm on our side, so we can't mess this one up. We've got a real chance here.
We do.
You're going to win.
We're going to win this.
I know you're going to win it.
I promise you that.
But you're not going to win it just by saying it. You're going to win it by making those telephone calls.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And the bigger the win, the bigger the message we send to Obama.
And then we want you to be President of the United States.
You know, there's another reason I'm doing this. It is for my country. I'm going all around the country. I'm going to leave here tomorrow and go to Wisconsin and try to get rid of Senator Feingold.
Good. All right.
And I talked to Marco Rubio today in Florida, and he's ahead right now by 20%.
Oh, yeah.
Here's objective number one. Now, this is not your election, but this is really personally important to me. I do not want to see Nancy Pelosi on Sunday morning television anymore.
No. And what about Harry Reid? Do we want to see him
I don't want to
anymore?
see him on television anymore either.
Or his son.
And eventually we don't want to see Barack Obama on television
Well, we're going to have to
anymore.
watch him for 2 more years. But at least let's watch him with a Republican House to control Republican Senate. We can start worrying about him on November 3rd. Right now, our big job is to elect a Republican Senate, a Republican House, so that we can stop this tremendous movement toward what I think is socialism. I know they get insulted if you say it, but I really believe that's what they have in mind for us. Big government. We're a country that values limited government. You're a state that values limited government. And that value has been just ripped asunder by the Obama administration. And we've got a chance to reestablish it. So this election is really important. It's going to make a very, very important point that has to be made, because we can't wait until 2012. If they continue to do this damage to us, we won't be able to fix it in 2012. We've got to fix it right now.
Yeah, that's right.
I believe you've got a Tea Party button on. You know what I think the Tea Party is all about? These people are angry, and these people are frustrated, and these people are upset because they believe that this Obama administration is taking their freedom away, taking their liberty away. We don't let anybody do that. No. We don't let anybody take our freedom away from us. Freedom to use our money the way we want, freedom to pick our own health care, freedom to pick our own doctors. What's this all about? Taking all that power to Washington. And I think people are just angry because this to them seems so anti-American.
We're going to take back our country, and that's going to start on Tuesday. And then in 2 years, you're going to help us take it back completely.
So sometimes when you have a lead, people get complacent. Don't get complacent. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Make the win as big as possible.
Yes.
The bigger it is, the bigger message it sends. And you're going to send a really great person to the United States Senate who you can really be proud of. Kelly, thank God.